Welcome to Round 5 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of July 1st. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Nicole Eridix.
Hello.
And Terri Morrow.
Hello.
Today we're taking a break from talking and complaining and obsessing, and instead we're shouting out things other people are doing that we think you'll find as useful or as enjoyable as we do. We call this our Roundabout Roundup. Nicole, what do you have today?
Well, I've just discovered this app where you can book super cheap hotels. It's called SnapTravel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just clarify first. Do you mean super cheap hotels or hotels super cheaply?
Hotels super cheaply.
Yes, better. Okay.
So it's SnapTravel, and I think you can start off online, and then it'll ask you to key in what you're looking for, and then they send you a text message. And you open the text message, and then it gives you a list of all these hotels.
Ooh.
So I've had to book several hotels coming up. And I booked them about 2 or 3 months ago online through, your traditional booking sites.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard about this SnapTravel. So I went on and tried it. And I've literally saved, on one hotel, I've saved like $50 for the evening. And then another hotel, same thing. I'm saving like $40 or $50 on the hotel. So it's really cool. It's all done on your phone through this app, and it's secure. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. SnapTravel. That's what it's called.
All right.
Check it out.
I just took my daughter to Boston recently, and I just booked a hotel through Expedia, and I was, I know it's going to be expensive, but, it's just a city. That's the way it is. And I did find one that was less expensive, especially if you didn't get a room that had its own bathroom. I was like, whoa. Yeah, no, I got a room that had a bathroom. It was the tiniest bathroom you've ever seen in your life. But it was your own to use. But all in all, it was a very cool, funky, Instagrammable hotel.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But on our way there, we had to stop in at a different hotel because we were kind of lost, and it was very late, and we were trying to get from the parking garage that the hotel had told me to use to the actual hotel. And it was actually closer than I thought, but we were a little turned around, and it was 2 a.m. So we went into a different hotel that was nearby, and they called us a cab. So that was very generous and helpful. But my daughter was like, "Wow, look at this place! Why are we staying here?" It was a Fairmont. No, we're not.
Of course,
here. But maybe if I found it on SnapTravel, I could have afforded the Fairmont hotel.
Just be happy you have your own bathroom, sweetie.
Then, to top it off, one of the nights we were there, she woke me up to tell me that she was going to go use the bathroom out in the hall. What?
What?
Okay. So that was good times, because I just had to, wait there worrying about her until she came back.
Oh, my.
Anyway, well...
Kids don't appreciate the things we do for them.
They really don't. I think she just wanted to try it.
She could have done that during the day?
Yeah, would have been better. Well, Terri, let's hear what you have to share today.
Well, I want to follow up a little bit from a recommendation you made a few weeks ago, Catherine. You had mentioned an episode of the podcast Living the Dream with Rory O'Malley that you enjoyed, and I listened to that episode, and I enjoyed it also. But we mentioned at the time that podcast seemed to have stopped. There were no recent episodes of it. So after that episode, Rory O'Malley was nice enough to mention to us on Twitter that he is now doing a different podcast, which is called Geffen Playhouse Unscripted. And I've started listening to that podcast, which is very good. Very much like his other podcast, it's interviewing Broadway personalities, and really good, fun conversations. So if you liked the sound of what we were talking about before, you can find Rory Malley at that Geffen Playhouse podcast. And speaking of podcasts about Broadway, I also have been listening to a podcast called Little Known Facts with Ilana Levine, and another podcast called Billboard on Broadway, all of which are sort of, Little Known Facts is another interview podcast. Billboard on Broadway has some conversation about Broadway. I mean, they had a show about the Tonys, for example, but it always also has an interview. So I enjoy that. It gives me some vicarious contact with Broadway because I'm too cheap to actually cross the Hudson and go see a play or a musical. But I can listen to people talk about it, and it's quite enjoyable. So I recommend all three of those for your Broadway listening needs.
Excellent. Thank you. Well, I'm just going to mention a dumb game, a time waster for you. So you know how if you share an Apple ID, when someone else in your family downloads an app, it just shows up on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
So while my husband and son were traveling, this game popped up on my phone, and usually I just delete them. But for some reason, I opened it and looked at it, and now I cannot stop. I'm playing it all the time. And it's called 1010 with an exclamation point, and I'm sure everyone else knows about this.
I know.
It was news to me, and it's a little bit like Tetris, but it doesn't have the speed piece of it like Tetris does. I mean, you have blocks to fit into a grid, but you don't have a time deadline to do it in. And yeah, I can't stop. So be warned.
Is it 1010 color or just 1010 block puzzle?
Just 1010 block puzzle. 1010 with a little exclamation point.
Cool.
So yeah,
I'm downloading it right now.
You've been warned.
Awesome. That's it for another week of Parenting Roundabout. If you've missed any of our earlier episodes this week, look them up on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts to hear what we have to say about talking out of turn, birthdays, holiday traditions, and what we're watching on TV. You can also find all of our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there on Facebook page or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. Have a great weekend and see you back here on Monday.